Welcome to Design Dash, a bite-sized talk series where we get into the good stuff, marketing meets creativity, and how AI is shaking things up in design.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Design Dash. My name is Aika, brand growth and marketing specialist at Venngage. And with me today we have Jay Nair, marketing lead at Venngage, and La Isla Design founder and LinkedIn carousel designer, Nadia Fernandez.
Hello.
Hi.
And we are back with episode 2. Today we're asking, could AI replace designers or supercharge them? And by 2030, will we see creators out of a job or just working in a completely different way?
Okay, so this actually has been a question popping up in every conversation. If you notice on LinkedIn, also on Slack, I've noticed many Slack groups like asking this question. AI is already drafting the copy, designing layouts, and even generating logos in mere seconds. But is it actually a threat, or is it just a tool that we're using to sort of level up and enhance our work? What do you guys think?
So, yes, I do get asked this question a lot and more every day. I think AI nowadays can definitely mimic a designer's style, and it can help you go faster. But there's one thing it can't do. It can't reflect everything that you're thinking. It can't really put that taste on it, basically, that only human beings can do for now. However, if you're good enough at prompting and directing where you want the results to go, you're definitely going to get a better result than just typing in a very simple question and asking AI to take care of the rest.
Okay, so let's do a quick game. 2 truths and 1 lie. I'll give you guys 3 statements about AI in design, and you guys have to guess which one is a lie. Are we ready?
Yes.
Jay, are you ready?
Yes, I am. That's good. I keep thinking like
Please
nodding
leave
is
this.
okay.
All right, 2 truths and 1 lie. So statement number 1, AI tools can design brand compliant templates faster than your junior designers. Statement 2, AI can understand cultural nuances as well as humans. Statement number 3, AI can cut design production time by more than half. So, what do you guys think?
1 and 3, 100% true. As we were just saying, AI cannot still make human decisions for you. So 2, false, lie.
What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, kind of the same. Though I think 2 might be a maybe at times. But can I answer maybe?
No, you can't. You have to answer truth or lie.
I'll go with the same as Nada. Then the first one and the third one are truths, and the second one is a lie. It's a little
Okay, so
lie.
both of you guys are correct. AI can understand cultural nuances as well as humans is a lie. How is AI just not quite there yet when it comes to predicting cultural references to design?
To begin with, I think not every human being would have the same outcome. I just feel like every human has a different way of thinking, a different vision, a different perspective on things, and AI just is, for now, black or white.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet in terms of predicting every single human experience, I think.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's
10
getting
years
there,
from
I
now.
would say. Yeah, it might be a different
Yeah.
story.
It may be dangerously close to getting there because, for example, if I were to just type out the way I actually speak in my own slang, it gets it to a certain extent because it gets when I'm being sarcastic or when I'm being serious or when I'm being passive aggressive. Like it gets that. But if I'm doing that in for example like mixed languages, then it's like, oh, I didn't get you. Can you explain that again? Or it'll just give me something that's unrelated to what I'm asking about. So that's why I had a maybe to that.
Okay, next, I would like for us to each share one skill that you would automate with AI and one that you will never hand to AI to do. Jay, what do you think?
As a content marketer, and in marketing, I use AI a lot for getting outlines of content because before AI, coming up with content pillars and the summaries used to take a whole week's worth of work, and then to the actual writing, which takes longer. So I'm definitely using AI for that. And I would never, and this is just a personal preference because I'm a little paranoid, I would never use AI voice recognition in any form. I wouldn't use the voice command because I'm concerned about it copying my voice and using it or abusing it. So I'm very careful of even speaking to Siri when it comes up. But I'm pretty sure it's out there already. It's something that I know to a certain extent I cannot avoid as well.
What do you think is the worst case scenario at this point? If you had your voice recorded, what are you most fearful of?
Scams, I guess, like
Mhm.
and it's like growing where we are, like a phone call with my voice on it and just misleading information or getting like more personal information. That's a big concern because you can't go around telling everyone a secret code word that I'm going to use when I call you.
Yeah, exactly. Or it might have to come to that eventually.
Oh no.
Have
Yeah.
our voice coded in some way. How about you, Nadia? What skill would you automate with AI and what would you never hand to the tool?
As a content creator, I generally try to avoid repetitive tasks. So something that I just have to repeat 10, 20, 100 times a day, I try to automate that. Having said that, to me, a huge help and something I do automate is lead generation. Or lead generation through lead magnets, basically connecting or mapping out directly into a database where I don't have to input names and emails. I want that to be automated. I do not want to have to do it X amount of times a day. As a creative, I'm pretty sure you understand. Like, I love creating. I hate repeating the same task 100 times.
Yeah.
Um,
Although
and
we do get into that when we do design, right? We're pretty much
we
repeating the
do,
same steps. But
Yeah.
that's more of a
but it's
flow, I would
different.
think. Yeah, it's different.
It is a
We
flow,
enjoy
yeah.
that.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. You wanted to highlight something that you would never let AI take over.
I wouldn't allow it to take over creating the final art direction that I want for my creations. I don't want it to have the last say of that. I will always have to tweak, or I can use it as a starting base, but I will always lead it, direct it, and finish it by myself, like on my own, with my own hands.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I use AI a lot for drafting and for maybe creating a framework for what I need to do. But I would never let it control my final product. I would always need to have my own zest to it, or put my own personality to the product to make it my own. So that's where I guess we find the balance of using AI and putting our own spin to it as well.
So there's a study, I'm just going to share a little bit. It's a study on human AI collaboration across industries. It says that AI significantly enhances productivity and decision making when paired with human creativity, intuition, and emotional intelligence. So it's again underscoring sort of those complementary workflow rather than just AI dominating everything.
I think there's a sweet spot for that type of workflow. And that would be a 50-30-20. So I think 50% of AI assisted tasks are needed for efficiency, for speed, for your mental well-being, I think, as creators. Just automating that repetitive task and just giving you a starting point. 30%, I think, hybrid AI human, where you can co-create with AI and maybe tweak a few things, but still allow AI to keep generating for you. You just have to direct it or guide it. And then for the 20% remaining, I think is fully human. We already said, and we finished our last episode saying how it can't replicate taste, or you can't implement taste. And that's what you do with that remaining 20%, I think.
That's great. Okay, so 3 takeaways that we can summarize for this episode. Number 1, AI is not here to replace taste. Number 2, the creatives who thrive will master prompting as a core skill. And number 3, treat AI as your intern. Fast, eager, but needs direction.
To our viewers, what's one design task you would never hand out to AI? You know, we're really curious to know where, as a designer, as a marketer, as a strategist, like where you would draw the line.
So in our next episode, it's going to be a fun one. We're going to be talking about ethics in AI generated design. So stay tuned.
That's a hot topic.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching Design Dash. We will see you in the next round. Bye.
Bye. See ya.